Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with the greatest recordings ever. And today we're talking about Bruckner's Te Deum, sometimes called Bruckner's Tedium by people who don't like it. But it's not. It's only about 25 minutes long, and it's thrilling. It's like this gigantic Gregorian chant for chorus, soloists, orchestra, and organ. You gotta have the organ. The organ is ad-lib. Some performances don't include it. That's a crime. Absolutely a crime, because like all chant, it has a lot of singing in unison. And the more power you can give to those unison outbursts, the more you can frame them with this sort of spiritually indomitable framework, the better off you are. Really, because organs, they could just hold chords forever and never diminish. And you want that. You want that massiveness behind everything that's going on. It's just so thrilling. Oh my God, it's amazing. I remember the first time I heard it, it just blew my mind. And it wasn't a very good performance either. It was Haitink's, the one that he did originally in his original Concertgebouw Bruckner cycle with that crappy organ that they have at the Concertgebouw. It was all just sort of pale and colorless. But then I got the good one, the greatest recording ever. It was this one, Herbert von Karajan with the Berlin Philharmonic from 1976, because he did it twice, and the second time was crappy. It was not nearly as good. It was okay, but just not nearly as good, and garishly ugly digital sound and everything. But in 1976, wow. The second one was with Vienna Phil. This one was with Berlin Phil. And, here's the funny thing about it, which really needs some qualification. Karajan was a lousy choral conductor. He was. We have this cube. I've trashed this cube roundly in a previous video of his great sacred choral works. First of all, he was a lousy conductor of sacred music because he had not a spiritual bone in his body. For all of his study of transcendentalism and Buddhism and all this other stuff, it was just, he was a sanctimonious sacred music conductor. In other words, he thought that being sacred meant being slow and thick and sticky, and it was religiosity, not religion. It really was the way he usually did these things, in my view anyway, especially things like the German Requiem and whatnot. I was like, ugh, yeah, God. So that was one thing. The other thing was that he hated choruses because he couldn't control them the way he controlled the orchestra. He was a chord guy. He wanted luscious sonorities, big, thick gobs of sticky, gorgeous chords with strings on top and everything else subordinate, and not always. Sometimes the raw excitement and power of the music got the better of him, but more often than not, he wanted to give everything the treatment. And choral music resists that because he couldn't make a chorus sound like an orchestral string section. So what he usually did in his recordings was sort of stick the chorus as far away as possible and ignore them as much as he could and drown them out whenever he might. They were there, but they were sort of a blob of undifferentiated timbre. And so he had to be a little bit, But Bruckner's Te Deum was actually a good piece for him because, like I said, so much of the choral singing is in unison until you get to the fugue at the end. So there was this massiveness with everyone doing the same thing. And if you didn't quite make out the words so much, it didn't make so much difference. It really didn't. Anyway, in this box, buried in this box, is this amazing performance from 1976, which is on disc. Oh, where is it? Oh, here it is, on disc 17. Let's see if we can find disc 17 so I can pull it out and show it to you. It was originally coupled with Mozart's Coronation Mass. Disc is that. Disc 14, we're getting there. Let's see, 14, 15, 16. It must be this thing because I had the original LP. Yes, here's the original LP. There it is. Gosh, this is like getting these things out of the boxes. Enough to kill you. There it is. Now, this got decoupled from the Mozart Coronation Mass, a performance of absolutely no significance whatsoever. And it was later coupled with the Verdi Requiem, another performance of absolutely no significance whatsoever, a horrible Verdi Requiem. But this was on the CD twofer. So, of course, I have it sitting there, like right back there somewhere. But the soloists are quite splendid. We've got, let's see, Anna Tomova Sintoff and Werner Krenn, and Peter Schreier is in one of these, but not the other, and Jose Van Dam, of course, and let's see, Agnes Balza, and they're all sort of flying around in here somewhere. Not necessarily in the Te Deum, some are in the Coronation Mass. This is so tiny in the back you can't. Aha! Let's see if we can make this out. There we go. Oh, Zeit 1 and Zeit 2. It's side 1 and side 2. So the Bruckner is on side 2, the LP, obviously, and that was Peter Schreier. Werner Krenn was on side 1, and all the others are the same. So, very, very, very good soloist, but it's just the opening. When you hear the onslaught of those Berlin strings, who play with what sounds like a pressure wave, just going da 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 da. It's just incredible how they sustain the intensity, especially at a relatively slow tempo, and also, as Karajan normally did, at without changing speed. He just beat time, and it just comes at you, and it's thrilling. Oh my God, it's thrilling. It's just amazingly thrilling. So, there are exceptions to every rule. The other great Karajan choral work, of course, was Haydn's Creation, his first recording. But that was as much because of the soloists as it was because of Karajan himself, although that is quite good, actually. But this is just special. It's really, really, really special. And the work itself is extraordinary. If you're a Bruckner symphony person and you don't know the Te Deum, of course, it does quote the other way around, actually. But the Adagio of the Seventh Symphony. Da, 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 da. That thing, that's in there. But more than that, it's everything Bruckner is about in 25 minutes. Really incredible. And the end is thrilling when the sopranos all go up to a high C, and it's wonderfully impractical and absolutely dazzling. So, you have to hear Karajan's Bruckner Te Deum. I'm sorry, you just do. That's the way it goes sometimes, Nobody is all good. Nobody is all bad. This is CD number. What's this? What's this thing here? CD 18. Yes, that's it. The Mozart Requiem. Ugh, something else not worth listening to. So, there you go, my friends. Give this Bruckner Te Deum a listen. You won't regret it. And keep on listening. Take care.